Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Hey, that's me. I better do something because we are live, baby. Hey, guys, what's up? Welcome to Titoclock. It is a Friday, obviously, because if it's not, I'm going out. I'm leaving because we're not supposed to be on the air unless it's a Friday and unless the Titoclockers are here with us today. Do we have quorum? Let's check. Let me see if the regulars are out there. We got about 180. What was that? Mayan's first. Was Mayan first? Mayan's there. Hi, Mayan. It doesn't seem like we can officially start until Mayan checks in, right? Rennie's there. Benahar. He's second. Wow. And he's a racer, and he's second. Don't be proud of that, man. Go for first. Go for first. I hate my words. First. Good to see Rennie. Who else we got there? Janelle, Khalida, Ziv, Narvaez is there. We got Lawrence, Tanya. We've got Mirna Abrin, another regular. Jojo Correa, Evangeline Nietes. Hello, Titoclockers. Nina Castro. Hey, Nina, what's up there? Yay, Cesarina Jianan, Ramil Anyon, and yeah, let's do a couple more. Okay, a couple more here. Right? You want backing music, right? There we go. Let me put some backing music. Because we got a big show, so we should have backing music, right? It's probably a good idea to have backing music. So where are we? Here we go. Make sure we get the. Just tell me if it's on. Is it on? Not yet. No. Bluetooth on. There we go. How about just tell me if it connects? There? Nope. Okay. I'll try to fix that up a little later because we don't want to take too much of your time with all the little technicalities and stuff like that. But what we can take your time with right now is to just get you up to speed on what the latest is in headlines. No triggers, no sensationalizing, just the facts, ma'am. And for that, we need Chris. Chris, what you got there for us, Chris?
Yes, hello, Tito James. Happy Friday and mabuhay, my fellow inmates. This is Chris for today's Titoclock News. The Interagency Task Force for COVID-19 released the new and final list of the A4 priority group today, with the revised list of workers deemed as essential during the pandemic and to be prioritized for vaccination. The A4 priority group now includes frontline workers in commuter transport on land, air, and sea, wet and dry markets, food services, news media, education, specific government agencies, and overseas workers. There are 17 subgroups in the A4 list to be vaccinated after the inoculation of senior citizens and people with comorbidities. According to the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, the A4 essential worker are those who continue to work even with the pandemic and with the imposition of ECQ. The Department of Health, or DOH, is finalizing the guidelines and schedule of vaccination. DOH has previously urged companies and agencies to start issuing certificate of A4 eligibility to prevent delays once the rollout for the A4 group begins. A mega treatment and monitoring facility for COVID-19 patients was inaugurated at the former QB Hospital complex at the Subic Freeport on Wednesday. The We Heal as One Center is in a 12-hectare campus of the Manila Times College of Subic Incorporated, which includes the former U.S. Naval Hospital. The facility is an interagency project of the Department of Health, Office of Civil Defense, Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, Basis of Conversion and Development Authority, or BCDA, Bureau of Foreign, Department of Information and Communication Technology, Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority, or SBMA, Jose B. Lingad Memorial General Hospital, and Department of the Interior and Local Government. BCDA President Vince Dizon said the quarantine and treatment center would have a 500-bed capacity from the present 371, aside an additional 100, which can accommodate patients with severe symptoms. SBMA Administrator Wilma Asma said that health protocols would be reinforced to relieve the fears of stakeholders that the isolation facility would result in more COVID-19 cases at the Freeport. Michael Jordan will be Kobe Bryant's presenter when the Los Angeles Lakers great is inducted posthumously into the Basketball Hall of Fame on May 15. Kobe Bryant, a five-time NBA champion with the Lakers, died last year at age 41 in a helicopter crash alongside his daughter and seven others. Kobe is an 18-time NBA All-Star, retired from the league in 2016 after being one of the most decorated careers in basketball history and is the NBA's fourth all-time leading scorer. Kobe will be inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2020 alongside the likes of Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. Members of the class of 2020 were asked to select previous inductees to present them to their peers during the ceremony. Meanwhile, Jordan led the Chicago Bulls dynasty in the 1990s and currently owns the Charlotte Hornets. He will also present Baylor women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey for her enshrinement. Universal Pictures Philippines on Wednesday released the trailer of the ninth chapter of the Fast and Furious saga on its social media accounts. Its new release date is set for June 25, almost a full year after its original May 2020 release date. The first trailer was released in January 2020. Fast and Furious 9 or F9 is directed by Justin Lee, who also helmed the third to sixth chapters. The action occurs around the globe, from London to Tokyo, from Central America to Edinburgh, and from a secret bunker in Azerbaijan to the teeming streets of Tbilisi. It stars returning cast members Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Chris Ludacris Bridges, Jordana Brewster, Natalie Emmanuel, and Song Kang, with John Cena, Oscar winner Helen Mirren, and Oscar winner Charlize Theron. F9 also features Grammy-winning superstar Cardi B as new franchise character Lisa, a woman with a connection to Dom's past, and a cameo by reggaeton sensation Ozuna. Those were today's headlines. Now let's proceed to Tita James's possible cause of high blood pressure, the inbox. You
I'm just
ready?
laughing also at F9. My gosh, even Rocky's going, Tama na! Come on! I'm going to milk a franchise. Pero, hey, look, if people are buying and they're still selling, come on. What you got there for us? What's in the inbox?
All right. The first one, well, viewer discretion is advised, and it's not for the faint of heart. It's called the emergency brake.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Emergency brake, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oi!
There we go.
Okay, medyo
Yeah,
malabo
same reaction.
medyo malabo my screen. Is that who's the van's running the red light? Is that an ambulance?
Uh,
It looks like an ambulance, right? Running the red
yes.
light. Yeah. We get set a lot of these things. An ambulance does have right of way, but an ambulance has a responsibility to also approach the intersection with caution. So it
Yeah.
does have the right of way for sure. Having said that, you
Mhm.
just can't go through like that. That's not responsible.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how you drive an ambulance. Gets my goat, because we're trying to give respect and priority to emergency vehicles, but they have to do their part. You've got to do
Yes.
your part. You can't just drive like, oh, and the emergency ako. Yeah, because you'll create another emergency. Hello, and
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna save those people? Come on. Wow.
Ironic, no?
You can just see by the body language of the car. See, here we go. It's already just the first one. I'm triggered now. You can just see the body language of the car. It's just the van's just the ambulance is going way too fast. You don't do
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yes, you can
He
go through
didn't
the red
stop.
light. No problem at all. Slow down and then just go
Yeah.
through it. Eat your way through it. You do not have to barrel your way through. I'm out of here. I'm walking out. Okay, let's go.
Marami pa, Tito James. Wag ka muna mag-walk out. Wait lang.
Okay, game, go. Get through that.
All right.
I need
Next, we have the skater boys.
and these guys too. How many more times? How many more
We've
times?
seen this a lot. Yeah.
I've already been DMing the mayor about this. We've been chatting about this, and look, what more do you want? It's can you tell us the time and place? Just go there.
It's
It's
there.
every day. It's every single day. And the thing is, I was young once too, and I used to
Mm-hmm.
like skateboarding as well. But I don't like dying on the street. It's not cool. And it's not cool. I mean, if you want to die in the street, that's fine. Think about the people who hit you. They got to live with that for
Yeah.
the rest of their lives. And they're going to be charged for it too. Because I guarantee you, if any one of those guys get hurt there or killed, the driver of the car will be
Mm-hmm.
charged with reckless imprudence, resulting in either a serious injury or death.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. That's why I get really upset. It's like, you know what? It doesn't matter if you want to have a death wish anymore. Just don't make dama anyone else.
Yeah.
Do something better, Chris. Come on. I know you can do it. Come on. Dig deep. Come on.
I'm
Don't just go
sorry.
scrolling the internet for things to upset me. I know you're better than that, Chris.
Okay, another one. You have to breathe. This one's called reverse engineer.
Reverse engineer, okay.
Yeah, you have to
So
look closely. So
okay.
he stops,
Okay. So
and
he's
then the
rolling, he's
Toyota
rolling, he's rolling, he's rolling. Ay kuya. That looks like a
there.
manual, a typical manual. Did he hit? Oh.
Yeah.
He's blade. Oh, okay. That's where the
Yes.
plot twist is. So
Mm-mm.
it's like, okay lang na binangga. Tapos, okay, siya pang galit. Oh.
Uh-uh.
Ano? Oh!
And
Ikaw kasi,
he said
oh
the
my.
same thing. He said the same thing you said.
What?
Inatasan mo na nga ako, ikaw pagalit.
Really? So there's
Yeah.
volume to this, right? I love the culture. We could
Yeah.
all see Kuya. We could all see you rolling back.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The
Going old
Toyota driver
school.
even challenged the one at the back. Like, let's rewind your video. Let's see whose fault it is.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Ganun, huh?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
what did the
I'm
dash
not
cam
sure.
guy do?
Maybe. Yeah. He said, "Yeah, I have it on video. If you want, we can rewind it. We can review it.
Oh my
It's not my
God.
fault. It's yours."
Nakakahiya. Nakakahiya. I remember we were talking about this last time, guys. First rule of a hole. When you find yourself in one, stop digging. Stop digging. Just stop. Don't double down when you make a mistake. Accept it, apologize, correct it, move on. Don't
Yes.
double down.
Oh, sabi ni
Guys,
Myla,
I bet
high
you
blood
when
ka na daw.
I bet when they showed the video to this guy, I bet you it still didn't sink in. Hindi, kasi
It
yung,
doesn't. No.
I'm
Yeah. He will
sorry,
still defend himself.
I'm sure
Most.
I know the type. I don't want to
Yes.
prejudge the guy, but I've just dealt with so many of the same type before. It's like when they get pahiya, they just can't go, oh gosh, wow. All right, now
No.
present to the
No.
audience.
They're
Okay,
not gonna
yeah.
accept.
No, it's more like, ikaw kasi, dapat dilawan ka eh.
Hindi.
Anong
Oo.
dilawan?
Biglang iba na yung issue.
Yes, anong ako? All
Nako,
right.
guys.
Move on.
Okay, breathe. Move on. All right, let's move over to the overload. I think posted this a few days ago.
I think it's a conspiracy between you and X. I think you and X secretly go through the week going, what are the things we can really get Tito James with this? How can we like prematurely age him? Yeah, I actually posted that one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
we really look. I'm sure we already have a law regarding that, right? But it goes to overloading is becoming a very big issue with motorcycles, precisely because
Mm.
this is now the main form of deliveries in the metro. And I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the problems we have with that, but later on. But yes,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, next up.
Okay, ingat na lang. Last one is called inconvenience, or shall I say inconvenience.
Okay, you see, you guys even have freaking names and titles. I know you're in cahoots. I know it. You already have dine with us.
All
We
right.
reserved
Please
outside.
read properly.
Okay, dine with us. We reserved outside seating for your inconvenience. Is that even? It's
No,
like
it's inconvenience.
yeah, inconvenience, like a nephew and niece. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay, let's not listen to your
Which
rating as the last one. I have what way do you call that one? The reverse engineering, is that the one you called it?
Mhm.
With the see, if they had a
the
Nissan, they wouldn't have that problem with their all around view. Boom, boom,
Oh,
much,
boom.
much smooth.
Advertising.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth segue. I love that.
Segue.
I
All
love that.
right. All
All
right. Thank you
right.
very much, there, Chris.
Yeah.
Is that it for it? Have you done portraying
Yes,
me?
that's all. That's all we have. You can breathe now.
Okay, you can see Chris's IG handle over there. Chris is, of course,
Yes. Follow me,
uh,
guys. You can
yeah,
also add me on Facebook.
at our
Thank you, Tita
Facebook.
James.
Thank you very much,
Yes,
Chris.
yes. Thank you, everybody. Let's all have a wonderful weekend. Happy birthday, Nico, Karen, and Josh. This is Chris reminding everyone to eat kamote, but don't be one. Stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. See you. Bye.
She has her own sign off line. Her own sign off line. What did you say? Be a come on, don't be one.
Happy birthday!
Well, that was a happy birthday to her friends there. Okay. So, thanks, Chris, for that. And like I said, if you want, Chris also does these things independently. Part of the whole success story of Titoclock, because the whole dynamic of Titoclock was really set up during the pandemic, as most of you already know, to try to provide either a comforting voice, a portal of opportunities, good news, good vibes, just be helping people get back into the groove or pivot into something new and just be there for them. And so Chris was one of our success stories as well. Just like a lot of the people that we feature here, she was somebody we found on the internet and loved her voice, put her on. So if you can support her too, if you have any projects and you like her voice, then you can send that to her IG handle, and she can obviously do work for you as well. So we like to support each other that way, because that's how we feel we push forward and everything just sort of goes around and we keep that economy moving. And another thing that we've been doing since the beginning of it has been a segment that we call Free Plug Friday, which is designed specifically to help small businesses, especially those who've had to adjust and pivot into something new in this pandemic, just to have a chance to market their products without any cost to them. So we call it Free Plug Friday. And for that, we need X. What you got in the box there, X?
Hi, Tita James. We actually have a lot in store once again. But before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the Tita Clockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, feast your eyes on the screen. Let's start our day with breakfast. So we have Canto Freestyle Breakfast that serves an all-day gourmet breakfast meals at affordable prices. So they sent over their eggs Benedict, honey garlic chicken, pork belly, and puda SD, which is pusit danggit with egg and one more kind of fish. I'm not sure. Anyway, which one did you like the most, Tito James?
Well, they're super authentic. So you know what? If you love this type of the Pinoy breakfast, this is about as authentic as it gets.
Yeah.
I just miss the place because it was such a full character place. It was a place for bikers. We went there before.
We
right?
went there,
I
biker
remember
students.
we filmed something there. We filmed an
shot.
episode of Drive. I
Yes,
think I was
we did.
taking a little BMW scooter. So I miss that whole culture. But at least you can get what the good food that they're known for. So I really liked. I think the pork was really
You
good.
like
I'm
the
always
pork.
a sucker for the pork.
I like the chicken, of course, since I don't eat beef and pork. I like the chicken and the eggs Benedict without the ham because their egg have like a special mix to it. Anyways, hope you guys can check it out. Meals start at 88 pesos and they also offer 24-hour delivery via GrabFood, Foodpanda, Lalamove, and you can even have it picked up yourself. But anyways, hope you check them out. Canto Freestyle Breakfast on Facebook and Instagram. Next, how about a quick trip to España, Tito James? Ole, ole.
So, is that Mexican? Anyway.
I like it. Viva Cochinalo.ph. They offer ready-to-cook Spanish food. And this started because of a love story that started in Siargao.
The
couple met in Siargao back in 2018. But of course, since they both had to go back to their separate countries, so one of them lives in Manila and one lives in San Sebastian. So they met again back in 2019. And then that's where everything is fell into place, offering private dinners and cooking classes. And now they offer ready-to-cook Spanish food.
So wait, Chef Mikel is a
Chef Mikel
from Spain.
Yes.
Right? And he comes over here to Siargao. Does he have any connections here? Does he just come over
comes over
a
for
regular
vacation,
trip, right? He meets a local,
Janine.
who we happen to know. They fall in love. He goes back. He cooks up a storm. He finds his way back to the Philippines to
Yeah.
chorizos
Basically,
and croquetas.
croquetas
That's his excuse.
Yes, that's excuse.
I'll buy it. That's fine. And
I'll buy
then-
it too because it's actually good.
And then he gets stranded here for pandemic. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's,
okay.
how it started.
And then
And
he started with catering.
they started catering, offering private dinners, classes.
But now he's on the way back to San Sebastian.
Yes,
So what does this
sadly.
mean for us?
This
we don't have a
means-
little window.
This means we only have until April 30
Oh,
to try
no.
out their goods. So we were very, very lucky to try out their croquetas with different fillings such as jamon, pollo is chicken, pesto and mushroom. Their Belaria salsan, which is a slow chorizo, and pork oreja, which I can't try. I'm so sad. And their Basque cheesecake cream, my gosh, for
From them
dessert.
too.
That's all from them. And I love the croquetas since it offered different varieties to choose from. Which one did you like among those, Tita Jane?
Each one was unique, and they all had their different flavors. I probably said the mushroom was good because it was very.
Mushroom.
Yeah, it's,
yes.
it's not. I don't always get that kind of flavor in my
Exactly.
croquetas. The pesto one was
Best-
They were all
they
really
were
good.
all good.
They were all
Yeah.
really good. But so now you only have a very limited chance to
Very
experience the
small window.
authentic taste of Spain, all wrapped in love, because that's where the story comes from.
Exactly.
And it's
exactly.
only until April 30th because
Yes.
it's going back.
Yeah, they're
Aw.
going back in June, so they have to close kitchen on April 30. Anyways, hope you can order while they're still around. Again, they accept orders until April 30. Price starts at 320 pesos for 6 pieces of croquetas, 720 pesos for a small Belaria salsan, and 260 pesos for a solo tub of their creamy, melt-in-your-mouth Basque cheesecake. Hope you can check it out. Cusinalo.ph on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Bite Size. So Bite Size is actually a business that started in 2017 that offers handmade dark chocolate nama truffles. How did you find it, Tito James?
Well, I am quite the connoisseur myself.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
I remember we got one in Japan. We brought one back. Is that the one?
Yeah, this is
Really
a
good.
similar.
So that was
yeah,
like my
very similar.
standard for the
Yeah.
epitome of that kind of
Yeah,
chocolate.
nama
And
truffles,
this is really close, super
Wow.
close. Yeah, it was very, the texture of the one in Japan was just a little bit, softer, creamier.
Softer,
but
creamy, yeah.
this was so close. So to find it available here, at what price?
140 pesos per box
Hey,
will
come
Tito
on,
James.
no brainer, no brainer.
140
Because the one in
pesos.
Japan was like,
It's about 4 times more
yes,
here
exactly.
locally.
All right, so thumbs up.
So hope you can check it out, guys. Bite Size is actually pretty portable as well, since it comes in a good box and has this little toothpick that it's like a little stick that you can use to personally pick them.
Of course,
It's
because
pretty cute.
classy chocolate, you don't just put your finger in it. You want something dainty like a toothpick.
Exactly. So they can accommodate orders as far as Rizal, Laguna, Batangas, and even Palawan, guys. Again, 140 pesos per box of truffles. Hope you can check them out, Bite Size, on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Rosemary's Organic Garden. So Rosemary's Organic Garden is actually an organic farm located in San Fabian, Pangasinan that started by a breast cancer survivor.
Well, we do have a very big soft spot for that.
Mhm.
We've supported them. My mom is a survivor. My Tita Jean's a survivor. And there's also, we know the guy from,
Yes,
didn't he come on Titoclock?
he did.
Okay.
The virtual assistant,
Oh, that's-
Nico.
Nico, that's
So
right.
Nico and
Last year.
Nico and Angela actually are the ones who are also assisting with this and probably part of operations.
So they're known as an organic farm. And
Yes.
this is also known as a good stopover for like bikers and
Yeah,
travelers. Right?
yes, for
So if you
breakfast
happen to
and
be, when we happen to be going out.
when we
again,
happen to be,
because,
yeah, exactly.
when they lift the restrictions and we start doing our local road travel and
Mhm.
stuff, I just look for them because it's not just the place, it's a story behind it.
Yes.
An organic farm, similar to like, I guess, what Sonia's Garden, is it something similar to
Something like that,
that?
yeah.
Okay, but in Pangasinan,
Yeah.
and it's small, it's starting out, so I would definitely stop by.
Awesome. And since not everyone's free to travel, you can also order their mangoes and dragon fruit, which are 100% chemical free because they make sure that everything's organic. They also deliver for customers within Metro Manila. Again, Rosemary's Organic Garden on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Econeem. Econeem is actually a natural product that can be used both for your home and garden because it helps get rid of common plant problems such as pests. And at the same time, it makes plants healthier. Since Tito James, you are a plantito here, I was able to use it on most of your plants. Sorry, I had to use it.
No, I've been having a look at some of the plants here. They got like weird looking things growing on them. I'm sure not
That's true.
natural anymore. So yeah, definitely. But I tried it on one of the pests and it didn't work. I was spraying it all over Rocket.
Hey,
He's still
wait,
here.
hold a
He's
second.
still there.
Hold a second.
I mean, it obviously
Wait.
doesn't work.
Huh? Wait a second. He's a cute little pest. If you
No,
come
but
think of it.
yeah. No, aside from that pest, but Rocket actually doesn't harm the plants. He's actually really good. I would love to see. We just did it today, so I can't really tell you until
It's
maybe
too
next
soon.
week or the week after, if it has an effect. But yes, I could definitely use the help. I have plants here that need a lot of attention.
Yeah, and the good news is these Eco Neem sprays are also beneficial to homes since it works against mosquitoes and ants, as well as it also has some antibacterial properties. It comes in 3 variants, which are the Home and Garden Sensitive, and Ultra. Prices at 225 pesos, but guess what? There's something even better, Tita James. Why don't we tell them? Raffle time! All right, so we are giving away a few bottles of Eco Neem products for you guys. All you need to do is hit the comment section below and tell us why you'd like to have one, or just simply raise your hand. Let's just make it easy for you guys. Anyway, guys, for those people who want to check it out, you can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Shopee, and Lazada. Again, Eco Neem. Last but not least, we go to Home Shop at Alley 22. So Home Shop at Alley 22 is a furniture business that started during the pandemic back in 2020. And they offer functional and beautiful pieces such as home desks, tables, dining sets, chairs, and other pieces. Again, for your home furnishing essentials, you can check out Home Shop Alley 22 on Facebook and Instagram. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Pre-Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize the blockers. This is X. Peace out. Happy weekend. Bye.
Boom, that's it. Free Plug Friday, everybody. I hope you guys got some ideas from that. If you do, try to reach out to them because it really does help. You know, we want to support each other in the community. So if you do sort of spread your money around like that, it goes to the local businesses and it keeps everybody, you know, we're just trying to survive is what we're saying. So we really want to make sure that everybody just helps one another. That's the best way forward. And speaking of which, one that just came a little bit late, but we just wanted to help them out as well. It is a virtual fun run. So if you want to join, how do you join a virtual fun run, by the way, X? I mean, I like the idea, but okay, why don't you register and then you tell me how a virtual fun run works. But look, the cause is good, so it's a virtual charity fun run. Actually, MG were already inviting us to one as well, so it's not exactly. Obviously, people are doing it. There's some kind of. It's not as crazy as it sounds. There's obviously something. You know what? Because when I was signing up for my Ayuda, last week they were asking the 3K, 5K, 10K. I picked the 10K, and then I found out it was a fun run. Bad Tita joke. Okay, here we go. So if it's virtual, I'll go 21K. Or wait, I think you have to pay. Oh, okay. I guess what you do is you get a race kit and you pay, and that's where it helps. So there's a QR code. There's some details. We'll leave that up just for a few seconds. If you're interested in that, definitely take a snapshot and then go and do the registration, etc. All right. So that is Free Plug Friday in a nutshell. Another thing that we also do here in the show ever since is we try to keep you up to date, not just with the latest in news and information, and of course the Free Plug Fridays and the inbox, but we also try to keep you up to date with what's going on, whether it's a new product launch or a new idea or something that just grabs both of them, a great idea and puts it into a great product. And I'm talking about the all-new Nissan Navara. But for that, we need to welcome up our special guest. Would you please welcome up the president of Nissan Philippines, Atsushi Najima-san!
Hi, James.
Hi,
Good
Najima-san.
evening, good afternoon, good evening.
We
Yep,
have
thank you.
special introduction music for you. This is how special you are.
Thank you.
Nice
Always
to see
before
you.
that session is always a nice food, so I'm very hungry now. So
I could see you backstage going like this, and wow, getting
yeah.
excited about it. Tsushi Najima-san, good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You recently launched your Nissan Navara
Yep.
and Pro 4X, and a lot of people are talking about it because It's got some great features. I don't want to take away the limelight from you. Why don't you tell us what is so special about this new Nissan Navara Pro 4X?
Okay, yeah. We are introducing Pro 4X as well as other variants across the lineup in the pickups. Then this picture shows basically Navara Pro 4X. The Nissan pickup is part of our company's legacy. So building on more than 80 years history and heritage, we made our new Nissan Navara much tougher, much smarter with more advanced technologies. So especially this Pro 4X is also a black lava orange accent with fender and also with also Nissan badge. Then also we are providing rear differential lock and also around the view monitor with off-road mode. This will make off-road driving much easier as well as enjoyable for the Pro 4X users.
Did you look at this? X, can you flash up those pictures again, especially the first one? It is so rugged and macho. That front face, look at that front face, especially the one before that, X, the one that with there's some people behind it and stuff. Look at that. Look at that monstrous face there. It looks like it wants to eat the car in front of it, right? And is there any, I mean, the name, Nissan Navara Pro 4X.
4X, yeah.
Does this mean you're going to come up with like a Pro 4X Max with a better camera like they do with the phones?
No. Just we are talking about this is a 4x4, our strength of our pickup lineup. So that's why we are putting a Pro 4X with lava orange accents. Backside is also consistent with the front look. Then also we made a couple of changes or upgrades on tailgate as well as rear gate lamps as well.
Look at this. Look at that design, right? So you've got in the back there, that's LED lighting, right?
Yes.
You see
in front as well. Front side is also quad projector LED headlight lamp as well as back side as well. So that's pretty much cool. I personally I think.
Look at that. Okay, that's that shot there. We'll show you. See the daytime running lights on the top of the headlight. I call that that's like the kilay of the car because kilay is life, right? Kilay in the Philippines, this is the eyebrow. And, yeah, the women say that this is life. You know, your kilay is life. So a car, the Nissan Navara has a beautiful kilay with the LED lighting, and then going back to the rear of the car, the tailgate, right? I noticed that the tailgate, when I put it down, because I've had a Navara before, I was a proud Navara owner for a few years, and it was very heavy.
Before.
But now it's very light. How did you do that? Did you lighten the material? Did you put some mechanism?
Yeah, we are putting a tailgate support mechanism. Then this is basically easy to open and close of the tailgate. Even female customers, it's easy to operate, close and open all the tailgate now.
Yeah, you can see me doing it with one hand, one finger. I'm doing it like that. And then these things over here on the side, these are standard now for the Pro 4X. That you can. That is so handy. You see that you can just slide it across, so you can tie anything down in the back there.
Yes, then also payload is 1.1 ton, so that's why you can maximize the loading for the work as well as your play for the adventure.
This is interesting, Najima-san, because when you say it's a 1.1 payload capacity, that's of course a good capacity for a pickup truck. It's what we were standard, basically the 1-ton pickup. But the difference with the Navara is you're able to achieve the same payload capacity, but you're the only ones that use a coilover spring, right?
Yes. So this is also so thank you, James. Also this one is also one of our strengths on the pickup. So we are using multi-link suspension with dual late coil spring. This will provide excellent ride comfort. Then we made a media trip from Metro Manila to Ilocos Norte, 12 hours drive. The media feedback is basically our riding comfort is almost SUV, not a pickup. So this is a great feedback from media friends, as well as we are expecting a similar feedback from customers as well.
How were you able to get that, being the only one that uses a coilover? And just for the people who are not as car centric as we are, or technical as we are, basically a pickup tends to use what they call a leaf spring suspension because that gives it a higher payload. So if you're putting more than a ton in the back, it can really absorb that. But the trade-off has always been it's a very bouncy ride,
Yes.
especially if you're not full. So how were you able to retain the payload capacity but have that passenger car comfort of the springs?
Yeah, obviously, I'm not a technical expert, but again, also we are fighting to those trade-off. If we want to increase a payload, of course, comfort ride is we need to compromise. But also, if we can increase our comfort riding levels, also we need to compromise the payload capacity. That's our R&D function, or development people is working very hard to how we can take a right balance to maximize payload as well as a function riding comfort. Then this is what we came out as a new Nissan Navara.
Go back to that screen there that you were showing just before. We were entering the dark tunnel. I wanted to show people this because this was during my test drive. You simulated a dark tunnel. This is particularly incredible because that's what it looks like inside, but that is what the cameras pick up. So what you're seeing outside is with your naked eye, but this is, you can literally see in the dark. What are some of the usages or advantages of having a feature like this in the real world?
Yeah, especially around view monitor is one of the distinctive feature which not only Navara carries in the pickup segment. Again, also, this is also, we are talking about off-road truck trains. Then you can enjoy this around view monitor will give a 360-degree around the vehicle or off-road, as well as parking slots easily and as well as safely. So that's why this feature is not only for the off-road function as vehicle driving scenes, as well as city driving as well. If you go to park in the very tight space, then if you leave from parking slot, also this around view monitor will make sure avoid collision with other vehicle, as well as protect from walking peoples as well.
So there you go. It's one of the trademarks of all the Nissan vehicles, but the first for the pickup to have this all view monitor around the entire thing. So it's a 360, and it helps not just with the off-road, but of course in tight situations. This is also another trade-off. Normally, when you're using tall vehicles, SUVs, you can't really see the edges of the car, and you could have animals underneath there when you're leaving your driveway, toys. There's so many advantages of having this. Okay, so have you noticed the acceptance of the Navara? Have you noticed the customer profile changing? Are we seeing more women or more lifestyle customers coming into what was traditionally a commercial?
So far is we are starting on start of sales this Wednesday. So therefore, probably it's too early to tell. But also we have a very excitement across the country. So especially Pro 4X is we are getting a great feedback from customers. But also we are selling 4x2 segment. This is also basically lots of Nissan Intelligent Mobility features. Then also we strengthen our engine output as well as torque. Therefore, then also one more thing, what I want to say is also 5-year warranty as well as maintenance. So Nissan Navara is also, we are asking customers to visit every 6 months. So twice a year. In the market is normally 4 times a year. So this frequency is half. Then obviously because of half of the frequency, cost is cheaper. Maintenance cost is cheaper for Nissan Navara. Then on top, especially for those new Nissan Navara, we are providing 5-year warranty on top of that. Intent is we want to provide full satisfaction to our Nissan customers, Nissan Navara customers, for to enjoy the new Nissan Navara through entire their car life. Therefore, we decided to provide 5-year warranty. This is a first for Nissan, as well as the best package, warranty package, which customer can find in the pickup segment.
So the first for Nissan and the best in the pickup segment. Before we let you go, let's just touch on the obviously the drivetrain. I think we mentioned a little bit about it, but just so it's very clear, have there been any improvements in the drivetrain, power, transmission, etc.? You're still the only ones. Well, you have a 7-speed transmission for a start.
Yes.
What about the engine and the engine? Have you improved power?
Power is 4x4 is basically same as previous version, but 4x2 improved torque as well as power as well. So in 4x2.
So you've got an increase in power in the 4x2. 4x4 didn't really need it because I mean, when I had the Navara, it was the best in class at the time for power. It's not lacking. So it's you got enough power in that car, especially. But the
already.
Yeah, and the 7-speed transmission as well is also something fairly unique in this space as well for a pickup truck. All right. Well, if there's how do people reserve? I mean, if people are like looking at it the way you were looking at the Free Plug Friday food and their mouths are what do they do now? Where do they go? How do they reserve one?
So obviously Metro Manila is also because of COVID-19, so we want to make sure the safety for customers as well as our dealer peoples. So therefore, if you have time, if you have an interest, then please visit our Nissan homepage. Then you can see touch and feel in the digital platform. Then if COVID is getting better, then please visit your nearest dealership. Then touch and feel and experience on our new Nissan Navara. Then I'm sure you love it. Then make a reservation in the dealership.
Any final messages, Najima-san, before we let you go?
This is also our start of the year. Then we are bringing Nissan new Navara. Then we will bring probably more innovation to the Philippines. Then once we are ready, we will make an announcement, but we can continue to serve our customers better, then satisfy our customers better. So that's our vision.
All right. Well, that sounds good enough to me. Thank you, Najima-san, for joining us here on Titoclock, and congratulations on the launch of the new Nissan Navara Pro 4X. That is certainly something to get excited about. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, James.
All right. That is the perfect vaccine for being stuck indoors, a Nissan Navara Pro 4X, right? Gets you outside, gets you with some vitamin D. You can turn your work from home machine into your work from anywhere machine, right? With something like that, you can just plug in your laptop, go and find a mountain, put a fishing rod in the back, do whatever you want. I mean, we're living in crazy times. We need crazy solutions. And hey, it's not that crazy to work out the back of a pickup truck. So I'm just saying I'm this close to doing it myself. All right, so that was basically that pretty much wraps up our Titoclock segment for the X, Y. Oh my goodness, X is buying time there. I guess we got a lot of entries for the raffles, so here we go. Okay, here I'll tell you while we're waiting for them, while she's stretching, right? One thing I wanted to talk about was, before we do the raffle, is this situation we have with delivery riders at the moment. I cannot for the life of me understand how these guys, we're talking Grab, Lalamove, Food Panda, and all the others, have become basically the backbone of the Philippine economy, have become frontliners themselves, are basically our only link to goods and services now, or have been, especially during lockdown, but yet are one of the most poorly treated sectors of society, especially on the road. And I'm seeing more and more things that are really bothering me. One of them is the villages, how the villages treat these guys, how the checkpoints treat these guys. I know that we have problems with camotes on the road, but you just can't say just because there's some camotes, they're all camotes. And also you have to be careful that when you treat people, especially the non-camotes, if you treat them all like camotes, guess what? If you are being treated like one, you're going to behave like one after a while. So I'm very careful about painting with the same brush all the time. Even sometimes when it seems blatant, and sometimes it seems like, well, all motorcycle or all underbone or all delivery drivers are reckless. They're not. They're not. Trust me, they're not. It may seem that way because we have a lot of them. But my point is if we keep treating them like this. There's a lot of good, responsible riders out there that will become irresponsible because there's no incentive, because we've already treated them like camotes. These villages that are charging, if there's any HOAs out there that are listening, please, guys, have a heart. It's seriously, I mean, I was shocked when I found out that there was a loophole in the DILG directive, because that was been going around since 2020, since last year, about how they're not allowed to charge for items being delivered during ECQ and MECQ. And yet they're doing it. They're doing it all. You see, Amparas is the same thing. They're doing it all the time. Not all of them, but some of them are, and quite too many of them are, put it that way. And the reason they're doing this is they went through a loophole. There is actually no law. And the DILG, when I spoke to them, were saying, well, this is really just a recommendation, which breaks my heart, because you're like, if you're, Secretary Anyo said, this is not allowed. Well, if it's not allowed, but you can't enforce it, what's the point of even saying it? I mean, it really does feel like it's a toothless tiger. And then these guys just end up getting empowered by it. They just laugh at us and laugh at the agencies that are trying to enforce, because they're like, well, there's no law, there's no rule. And they're taking advantage of this. And I think it's really, really heartless. And I think that if there are many villages that don't charge, my village doesn't charge it, many villages don't charge this, which goes to show, if they don't charge, it can and should be done. Meaning it shouldn't be charged, because other villages are finding a way completely around it. Because the argument, when you ask your HOA and you say, why are you charging? Everyone says the same thing: maintenance of the road. How can you charge an extra 30 pesos for maintenance of a road? Because that person, that resident, would have had that delivered either way. Do you follow? It's the needs for goods and services did not just double. It shifted from them going out and doing it and picking it up to it being delivered. So there's no extra usage on that road. Because if it wasn't the Grab driver, the Lalamove driver, it's the resident going out in their four-wheeled car or van or truck or whatever and doing it and bringing it back. So where's the extra usage? How much damage is a motorcycle doing to your roads that you need to charge 25 or 30 pesos? I mean, as I said in some of my comments, I mean, you may have found a loophole, but it's nothing compared to the hole in your heart. Guys, come on. This is a pandemic, and this is a time where you should just be really taking care of each other, and you can build a lot of equity with your homeowners right now. And this goes for every business, but let's just stick to the homeowners right now. This is the time where you could really build some equity before your next election. But just remember that you get the board you deserve. So while there are no laws, if your HOA is charging, vote them out. It's as simple as that. Because trying to get a law passed in Congress, Senate, replace the HLURB, because that's not around anymore, or city councils, right? Like Grace says, she relies heavily now on, because she doesn't want to go out. Yes, because you told us we shouldn't go out, but then you're charging us 30 pesos for every time food comes into the place or deliveries come into our village. It's criminal for me. I mean, it may not be technically criminal because apparently there's a loophole, but come on, we know that it's just ethically just a horrible thing to do. Then the checkpoints as well, the same banana, right? If you continue treating these people like this, you're not going to be able to get very far, because nobody's going to want to do that job. And if they don't want to do that job, we're going to have to go back to doing it ourselves and putting our four-wheeled vehicles out there for the most part, right? Because usually what will happen, but just by demographics alone, you'll replace that motorcycle that's going around delivering 10, 15, 20 different items with 20 different cars now. Does that make sense? The traffic volume that we're going to create? We should be encouraging a system like this. We should be developing programs so that motorcycles are disciplined and that they have their proper lanes, and that we support a system like this. Because you may not like motorcycles. I also get frustrated sometimes when they cut me off. And today I was biking on the bike path in EDSA today. I was on my bicycle and I was thinking, great, I'm going to go outside, get some vitamin D. Instead of taking the car or the motorcycle, I'm going to ride. And I'm going to use the new bike lanes on EDSA. Well, guess what? They were just completely covered in motorcycles. I'll show you. Here we go. See? That's me on my bike today, right? That's a bike lane. See? Now, there's the bike sign. See, it is a bike lane, not a motorcycle lane. It's it's a bicycle lane. And the whole stretch is like that. So I guess what I'm getting at here is, yes, I get frustrated too, like everybody else, but we cannot just ban motorcycles. That's not the answer. Or ban their livelihood. We just need to regulate it and manage it properly. When I say regulate it, not regulate it to make people suffer, but to make it better, because it is the better way forward. It's just right now it's chaotic. So if we develop a system where we develop two-wheeled motorcycles, well, that's what a motorcycle is, right? Two wheels. These two-wheelers take the bulk of our deliveries and take the burden of those four-wheeled cars off the road as much as we can start to manage traffic a bit better. The worry that I have is the way we treat these motorcyclists. It's not going to last or go that way. They will rebel, and it will just either they won't want to do the job, or we're just going to breed bigger camotes because of the way we treat them. You see the checkpoints, right? For some reason, cars are not stopped in checkpoints. A few people have brought that up too, sent me videos where you see the long, massive line of motorcycles side by side waiting to go through a checkpoint, and the cars are just waved right through. These guys have the potential to be passing off stuff to each other in that line because they're dikit, waiting for half an hour, 40 minutes or so in a line. It doesn't make any sense, but we tend to just kick down all the time. And the way they treat them, they just keep kicking down. They just keep making them feel like they're the lowest form of road users that you can have. And then they get shocked when they behave like that. Does any of this make sense? Because I mean, I'm not trying to excuse camote behavior. I hope that's not that message is not getting confused. I'm not. I'm just saying that there are a lot of camotes, and camotes come in all shapes and sizes. 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, 6 wheels, 8 wheels, 18-wheelers. There are camotes everywhere. But if you treat a sector as just pure camotes, guess what? Even the non-camotes will become camotes, because that's just the way it is. You know, treat a person long enough, do the crime or do the time, may as well do the crime type of thing. Ano, X, did I buy enough time? All right, there you go. So my camera just kind of went funny there. There you go. Autofocus. All right, so now that we have that, I guess all we need is Rocket. Somebody said you look like a kamote. You have the color of a kamote. Somebody said that.
Huh? What did they say?
Somebody said Rocket looks like a kamote. Oh, look at his color. He's got the kamote color.
No.
Okay. All right. So Rocket, you know the rules, right? This is for what? 5K and
this is the Econy sprays.
okay.
And then the 5K.
Okay, so we have the Econim sprays and 5,000 pesos cash. Who's it gonna be? Rocket, you ready? Ready, Rocket? Okay, kamote. 1, 2. Where's that ball? Stop looking at your mom. Look at the crowd. Look at your friends, Rocket. Look at your friends. Economy. Bautista! Roy and Bautista Bartolome! Woo!
Rocket yawns.
And Rocket yawn. You excited, Rocket? All right. So that's our 5K winner, and that's Rocket. The lucky Rocket dog. All right, Rocket. You can go back now to your mother. Go. With your diaper and everything. All right. So who was that lucky winner, Bartolome? Who won the wow, big, that's 5K. That's Ayuda right there, man. And not the 10K like the one I signed up for, which ended up being a fun run. Yeah, that's like 5K cash. So congratulations. Hey, Chris. Look at the people who call it kamote. Well, you started it, Chris. You have your tagline, your sign-off line. Don't be a kamote. What'd you say?
Yeah. Eat kamote, but don't be a
Eat kamote, but don't be one. All right. Okay. So that's pretty much all we got time for, guys, girls, ladies, and gents. We'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Titoclock is, here to stay, pandemic or no pandemic. We're just going to keep you company, whether you like it or not. As long as we have something to give away, we'll be happily willing to give it away because it kind of helps just the world go round. Remember, there is a global shortage of kindness right now. So if you could be part of the solution of that, really, it would really be awesome. So thanks very much for joining us. Till then, spread good vibes, kindness, and cheers, not hate. I'm Tito James on behalf of the whole team, X, Y, and Z. Bye, guys.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop